I'm only 5 days into this job and I'm buying shiny new paint already. Our local hardware store has got an awesome paint department. This is Glenn who runs it. Glenn's an ex-automotive paint guy, so he really knows this stuff. And he's the kind of guy that I can talk to in painter's language. So when I go in with a small piece of this vehicle and he's going to match it without a code, he puts it through the spectrometer, which analyses the paint and gets it close. He's not quite happy with the match, so he's just going to add a touch of black to it and see if he can darken it up just a fraction to get a nice close match.
Cool. See on that.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Formula. If you need some more, you can come in.
Down it.
Yep.
Right, home again. I've put out all the small parts that need sandblasting onto this pallet so that I can blast them. This is a wet sandblaster. It's an attachment that can be fitted to any large water blaster. Wet sandblasting is good because there's zero dust and it doesn't annoy the neighbours because it's no noisier than just water blasting your house. It's not quite as powerful as an air-powered sandblaster, but that's exactly what I want. I don't want to go blowing these things apart. But it's doing a fine job of taking off 45 years of rust. And if I was to do this with a wire brush, I wouldn't be happy with it. All a wire brush does is knocks the top off the rust. It doesn't remove the rust completely, which is what this thing's doing. The only wee drawback about a wet sandblaster is that as soon as you finish, it starts to get what they call a bloom rust, and that bloom rust can be taken off by simply spraying a little bit of vinegar over the surface and just before you paint it. So that's not a problem. The hour I spend sandblasting all these bits is really well spent because it's going to make this thing look as if it's new again. Get all the rust out of all of the little crevices. There we are, drying in the sun. The next step after it's dried is to spray it with the rust converter, and that will prepare it for the paint. I then put a zinc oxide primer down as a good base and a satin black epoxy enamel. And there we have it. I'm going to be starting to reassemble the front end of the vehicle tomorrow. Why not check back and see how it looks?